Hey everybody, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Welcome to my channel, and today I am doing my Try It Tuesday series, and this particular video will be a story in my December daily album. So if you'd like to see what I'm gonna do, stick around. Hey friends, how's it going? I'm super excited to do another process video in my December daily album. This is album number 2 of 2, and I am already on story 27, which for me is awesome because I was planning only to go up until Christmas and then decided to go to the 31st. So this will probably be the last process video I share for the December daily project for 2022, and then the next video will hopefully be a full flip through of album number 2. I do have a video of album number 1 that has been completed, and I will link that at the end of this video if you want to check that out. Today I'm working on story number 27, which is a story of the Chapman Christmas, which is something we do every year, and that is the extended Chapman family. My husband has 4 brothers, but also lots of cousins, aunts, and uncles, and so we try to get together, which is, you know, always difficult to make one date and time work for that many people, especially when we have people who are traveling. So we managed to pull it off this year, and I have a few little photos from that day, just 5. I kind of wish I had gotten more, but that's what I have. So what I want to do is kind of like, as inspired by one of the product play lessons that Ali Edwards offers at the beginning of December daily every year, someone, and I don't remember who it was, did like sort of a window looking into a home. And that's where all these photos were taken, are at one of Matt's aunt's houses. And I want to use this black, what I have left of this patterned paper that's got a lot of gold foil words on it that have to do with the season. And I thought I would use this to make sort of the house, and then have these photos be like behind little windows, if you will. I need to put this photo of myself and my youngest niece at the top because she is so cute, and we didn't get to see them on Christmas Day because of the blizzard. So they also live in Michigan, which is where we were visiting Matt's family, but they live an hour and a half or so from Matt's parents' house. So we said, don't worry, we'll see you in a couple days. And we did. So this is Sutton, my youngest niece. And then there's, you can't see Sutton because she's over here, which is like to the right of the stairs. This is the top of the stairs on the 2nd floor. And she kept running back and forth. Like, there's a tiny strip of carpet here and then doors off of the end where the rooms are. And she kept running back and forth and back and forth. And I kept pretending to like reach through the banister here and go, gotcha, gotcha. And she was just like, that's her waiting for me to do it. And then she'll go wee and squeal and run. And then I would be like, ah, I'm going to get you. And it was just funny. We just kept playing that little game. And in the meantime, the 2 other girl cousins were playing over here with some good old Lincoln Logs. Who remembers those? Okay. And then we all played Harry Potter trivia, and Nora was rolling the dice and Sutton was helping. So that's just a super cute candid photo I got there. And then that's some of the family playing the game. And so I thought I would make these into little windows and cut out the shape of a house. That's my idea. I'm gonna speed up the camera, and then I will do a voiceover. Wish me luck. I am not a, you know, I've never done anything like this before, but that's why it's Try It Tuesday. So let's see what happens. Let's go, let's go. So first thing, I obviously need to trim this 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Well, it's not a full sheet of that, but I needed to trim it down to be the size for outside the page protectors. And actually I've noticed that I've done most of my December daily outside the page protector. It just kind of happened that way. So anyways, now I am trying to sort of measure-ish out the shape of a house, a very basic house shape, and trying to figure out, and quickly realizing that all these photos are not symmetrical. So I'm trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to turn these into photos. And then I'm like, ooh, let me put some snow on the top of this house. So I had this specialty glitter cardstock that I got at Joann. I think when it, you know, I only ever buy like open sheets of paper, loose sheets of individual pieces of paper when they have like, you know, a big sale. So I like it. I think it definitely gives the effect of snow. But the overall look I was going for of like having the pictures be the windows into the home, it didn't translate. And I kind of got a little bit disappointed that that didn't work out so well. But anyhow, what I do love is that I decide to implement this door, and I'm like, ooh, let me make it match and make it shiny and put some embossing powder on it. So you see that I had originally chose white because I was trying to match the snow, but then I thought, oh, gold will be cute, and that'll be, it's kind of like the theme that's throughout my whole December daily, is there's lots of gold and stars. And is there anything more satisfying than watching the powder turn into the embossed version? Magic. So then I decide that I'm going to put the number on the door, even though it's way wider than the door shape, and that's okay. I think you kind of get the idea. I had debated putting it at the top of the house, but I'm glad that I didn't, because I ended up doing something else that you'll see here in a sec. I'm using red line tape to adhere that to the front of the door. I definitely could have used different numbers that fit the door, but I didn't want to, I don't know, I just didn't want to have a different number because all of the numbers were the same on all the other days. So what I decided to do is just freehand cut around each of these photos, since they are not by any means the same size. So I'm using the ruler to try to help me keep the photos at least somewhat level on the bottom. And what I should have done is just cut the same size window for every one and just made it work. But I am a moron and I didn't do that. So it is what it is. It's a janky, you know, situation. It definitely looked a little special. And I had debated leaving the paper in so that it opened up like a window, like a shutter. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. It's too involved at this point in my storytelling process, considering I'm going all the way to day 31, and that was not my original intent. So now, as you can see, the photos are not perfectly sized to the windows because, again, moron. So I'm just doing my best to not make sure there's not huge gaps around each of the window cutout. And then I realized that, you know, the back of this house has to be covered up because it looks, you know, messy, and yeah, that's not cute, right? So, for a while I was trying to figure out how am I going to add journaling, and I had even thought about putting journaling behind each of the little windows, but again, couldn't really figure out how to execute that, so logistically. So I'm like, what can I do? What's the easiest thing that I can do without completely jacking it up? But before I get to that, I think what I'm going to do is pick an embellishment for the top of the frame. And I had considered using these craft paper die cuts, and you see that I'm shuffling those around and trying to play with placement and just using different pieces, and I end up not even using any of those. You'll see I do really like the way that the star pops at the top of the house and brings some contrast to the black. And then I'm looking just to see if there's any other embellishments that I might have that I might want to add in. And ultimately I go with these little stickers with different sentiments on them, and I think it works well because it's one kind of covers up the fact that the bottom of these windows are not cut evenly, and it brings a symmetry and sort of it's, you know, a repetitive element on the page, and I think that it brings it all together a lot better. It has the pops of gold, it has the black, so I think that that was a good choice as far as embellishments. And then I'm just looking for something else that I might want to use at the top of the house instead, but I don't find anything. However, I did choose this little red ribbon sticker to go over the top of the door, which I think was a really cute little addition. and I used some foam tape to pop the star up at the top. And then I'm going to work on the back half of this now, which isn't something I had planned on doing originally. So yeah, it wasn't a super creative end result, but I'm going to show you what I did anyway, just so you can see. So I am going to use this pattern paper because there was just that scrap left to create a pocket at the bottom. And then I'm using this gold spotty dotty vellum. I think I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, maybe, or maybe Joann, I don't know. But I end up using that to cover the top part of the house and then the pattern paper to create the pocket. So you'll see I'm adhering it with my Tombow Mono Dot adhesive and then using red line tape to secure this pattern paper to the bottom half. And then I have to trim it down just a little bit because I don't measure things very well, as you can see. Windows, take the windows for example, and then trimming off what's peeking out on the other side. And then I'm going to do some journaling off camera. And then I trim down the top of this paper because it's just a little bit too tall for you to be able to see that there is a pocket inside that you'll want to pull out. So I choose this light green card. I don't know that it matches exactly, but I think it brings a nice little pop, an unexpected pop of color to the back of the house. And then I use one of those tab stickers and the word Fetty sentiment that says together, just to go on top of that so you know to pull that up and out of the pocket. And then I end up using these bright red glitter foam thickers. Actually, I don't know if they're thickers. They might just be, goodness, I wish I could remember what brand they are. They might be American Crafts, but I don't remember. But either way, I like the way it looks, and I end up spelling out Chapman Christmas because that's what it is. That's what the story is about. And I think it's a good way of taking up some of that real estate on the top half of the house so that it doesn't look so plain. And yeah, I'm just fiddling around now with like the place. Off camera, I do my journaling and add some gold washi at the top, and that's it. So here is my finished page. I'm gonna take it out of the album actually because I don't want to spoil the other stories before my flip through. So this is the final product. I don't know, it's okay. I'm not like, wow, this is amazing. I definitely could have done it differently if I had like measured out the photos better, and sure, like technique wise, it could have been a lot more crisp and clean looking, but given that I did all of this freehand, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I know that the 27 looks a little bit ridiculous given the size of the door. The idea was like, okay, it's the number on the house, but obviously it's the same size, if not larger than the door here. But I wanted to be consistent and use all of these numbers that I've been using the rest of my December daily. So that's why I decided to go with that. And I like how these little stickers kind of bring more of a cohesiveness to the layout, and also express some, you know, some related sentiments. And then you flip it over and you can see I did add some gold foiled washi to the top and spelled out Chapman Christmas, and created just this little pocket with the journaling card. This was from an older December daily kit, and my journaling is on the back. So yeah, I just put a little sticker from the word Fetty, or the word phrase sticker sheet. It says traditions, because it is a tradition to do Chapman Christmas. And use some of the other pattern paper. I really like the way this turned out though. I mean, I think it's cute. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I overthink things. Like where this star was, I was thinking, oh, I could put, you know, another window and do the journaling up there. But then I had this backside and I was like, I want to cover that up. So let me cover it up and then turn it into a pocket to do some extended journaling, which I actually prefer having more room to write than less. So overall, I think it's pretty darn cute. I wasn't able to execute my original idea, which was to have some vellum covering over the photos, but I actually am glad they're not, because I think it would make it harder to see, and then it might be a bit of a pain to flip each one up, but I don't know. I think it's cute. I am overall going to give it like a 7, maybe, on a scale of 1 to 10 for myself. But you guys will have to let me know what you think. And like I said, this is going to be my last process video for December daily projects. The last video that I'll be sharing soon-ish will be a full flip through of my second completed December daily album. And then I think what I might do is come back and share like an entire full flip through, but without, just put it to music and not have any words. I've noticed that some scrappy friends do that with their completed projects, like Project Life, because it is such a long video to make and to sit through, which I enjoy watching, but I can see that, you know, how this channel isn't primarily scrapbooking. Most of you are probably decorative planner folks. Maybe I have some scrapbook friends on here as well, I hope, but I think since I already have the full video of the finished first album, and I'm going to create a second video of the finished second album, that the third video and final video will just be like a flip through where I just flip through things, lift up whatever pieces need to be lifted up or pulled out or flipped up, and then put it to music. So you'll have to let me know what you think about that. If you want me to do a full video of both albums where I talk through all the stories, then let me know. I feel like that would be too much, but you know, I'm a noob, so you let me know what you want and I will do it. Just no promises on exactly when that will be. And it gives me some time, because I'm filming this way ahead, that I can hopefully try out some of my Project Life hybrid scrapbook process before I actually film it. That's the idea. So let me know, friends. Give me your feedback. I'd love to hear it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss my content. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and being a part of my journey as I embarked on this brand new project. I have loved every single minute of it. I truly, truly have, which is why I've switched up my scrapbook process for documenting our family stories for 2023. So thank you so much to this amazing community and to my Chappy fam. This has been super fun. And I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, my friends, and remember that you are enough. Bye.